Have you ever noticed how quickly your body reacts when you're put on the spot? One moment you're relaxed, listening comfortably. The next moment, someone says, "Can you share your thoughts?" And everything changes. Your heart beats faster. Your mind scrambles for the right words. You become hyper-aware of yourself. And suddenly, what should be a simple response feels like a performance under a spotlight. Those moments matter more than we realize. They happen in job interviews, meetings, classrooms, networking events, family dinners, and even casual conversations. While we prepare slides for presentations and rehearse speeches for big occasions, most of our communication is unplanned. It's immediate, it's dynamic, it's unpredictable. And that's exactly why mastering spontaneous communication is such a powerful skill. Today, we're going to walk through a complete 6-part framework that will help you become calmer, clearer, and more confident when speaking without preparation. This isn't about memorizing clever phrases. It's about building internal stability and mental organization so that you can handle whatever comes your way. Let's begin with the first and most important element: managing anxiety. When you feel nervous before speaking, it's not a character flaw, it's a survival response. Your brain is wired to detect risk, and uncertainty often registers as danger. When you're asked an unexpected question, your mind interprets it as social risk, the risk of embarrassment, rejection, or judgment. Your body responds instantly. Stress hormones increase. Blood flow shifts. Breathing becomes shallow. Muscles tighten. This is the same response your ancestors relied on to survive physical threats. The problem is, your brain doesn't distinguish between a charging predator and a challenging question from your manager. The good news is that your physiology can be influenced deliberately. One of the fastest ways to calm your nervous system is controlled breathing. Slow, deep breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the body's calming mechanism. Inhale slowly through your nose, letting your abdomen expand. Then exhale gradually, making the exhale longer than the inhale. That extended exhale signals safety. Just 2 or 3 cycles can significantly reduce visible anxiety. If dry mouth is your challenge, hydration before high-stakes situations helps. If you tend to feel flushed or overheated, cooling your hands can regulate body temperature. Small physical interventions may seem insignificant, but they interrupt the escalation of stress. However, anxiety is not just physical, it's psychological. Often, what triggers nervousness isn't the moment itself, but the story we tell ourselves about what could happen. We imagine failing, we picture others judging us, we project worst-case outcomes into the future. The solution is presence. Anxiety thrives in imagined futures. Confidence grows in present awareness. Before entering a situation where you might need to speak, ground yourself. Engage in light conversation. Focus on sensory details in your environment. Even reciting a complex sentence out loud forces your brain into the present. You cannot be fully present and fully overwhelmed at the same time. Now let's move to the second principle, reducing. Many people believe their problem is a lack of intelligence or quick thinking. In reality, the problem is overthinking. While speaking, they simultaneously evaluate their performance. They analyze every word as it leaves their mouth. They compare themselves to others in the room. Imagine trying to drive while constantly adjusting the steering wheel, checking every mirror repeatedly, and second-guessing every movement. The ride becomes jerky and unstable. That's what excessive self-monitoring does to your speech. Your brain has limited processing capacity. When you divide it between delivering your message and judging yourself, both suffer. Instead of striving for the perfect answer, aim for a clear and sincere one. Give yourself permission to respond simply. Confidence is not about perfection, it's about presence. The third principle is reframing the moment itself. Many people approach spontaneous communication defensively. They assume they're being tested. This assumption creates tension. Shoulders tighten, voices sharpen, responses shorten. What if, instead, you viewed every unexpected interaction as an opportunity to clarify your ideas, an opportunity to connect, an opportunity to demonstrate composure? In improvisational performance, participants are taught to accept and build on whatever is presented. They don't reject the premise, they expand it. In conversation, this mindset can transform the tone of your response. Instead of resisting a challenging question, you might acknowledge it and explore it. Even in disagreement, you can find common ground before expressing difference. This approach maintains collaboration rather than escalating conflict. To reinforce this mindset, adopt fermental habits. First, embrace growth. If something doesn't go well, it's not evidence of inability, it's feedback. Improvement is iterative. Second, build rather than block. Look for alignment before disagreement. Third, move forward quickly after a stumble. Don't replay mistakes mid-conversation. Continue engaging. Fourth, reinterpret errors as adjustments. Every attempt is a version, not a verdict. The fourth principle centers on listening. Spontaneous speaking is often misunderstood as rapid talking. In truth, it begins with attentive listening. Many misunderstandings happen because people respond to what they assume was said rather than what was actually expressed. Deep listening requires intentional effort. Slow down your internal dialogue. Notice tone and context. Observe body language. Ask yourself, what is the person truly seeking? Information, validation, reassurance. One powerful technique is paraphrasing. After someone speaks, briefly restate the core idea in your own words. This confirms understanding and gives you a moment to organize your thoughts. Another technique is asking clarifying questions. This prevents premature conclusions and demonstrates engagement. Pauses are not weaknesses. Silence can signal thoughtfulness and respect. Now we arrive at the fifth principle, structure. When caught off guard, many people ramble. They share disconnected thoughts. The listener struggles to follow the thread. The speaker loses confidence because they sense confusion. Structure provides clarity. One effective approach is organizing your response into 3 parts. Define the situation, explain its significance, and describe the next step. This format works in meetings, interviews, and casual updates. Another approach is identifying a challenge, offering a solution, and outlining the benefit. This is particularly useful when proposing ideas. Structure reduces cognitive load. Instead of searching for words randomly, you follow a pattern. Patterns are easier for your brain to retrieve under pressure. The sixth and final principle is focus. Concise communication is powerful. Many speakers assume that more words equal more credibility. In reality, excessive detail can dilute impact. Before responding, quickly define your objective. What should the listener understand? How should they feel? What action might follow? When your response aligns with these goals, it remains sharp and memorable. Brevity signals clarity. Clarity signals confidence. Becoming skilled at spontaneous communication requires deliberate practice. Look for low-risk opportunities to respond thoughtfully. Reflect afterward. Ask trusted colleagues for feedback. Over time, you'll notice patterns in your strengths and areas for growth. Imagine walking into a meeting knowing that even if you're asked an unexpected question, you have tools to manage your response. Imagine being in a networking event and feeling genuinely curious instead of self-conscious. Imagine hearing your own voice remain steady, even under pressure. This transformation doesn't happen overnight. It happens through awareness, repetition, and gradual adjustment. The next time you're caught off guard, pause, breathe, listen carefully. Structure your response. Focus on your objective. Speak clearly. And then move forward without replaying it in your mind. Because the real power of spontaneous communication isn't just about impressing others, it's about building trust in yourself. But here's something worth reflecting on. If you consistently handled unexpected conversations with calm clarity, how might that reshape your professional reputation, your relationships, and your own internal confidence? That possibility is closer than you think.